esse povo. Telefone do empresário. Eu não sou, mas é o telefone. Mas não quer.
Well, welcome to Bowman Park for a round 13 FQPL5 matchup between Bardon Latrobe and Willowburn FC. Willowburn down from the mountain today. Well, it's not quite a mountain, but down from the range to Womba's finest, down to face the Bardon Latrobe team in some fine form, finding themselves in second place on the ladder at the moment, with Willowburn a little bit further back in 8th place. My co-commentator today, as always, the indefatigable Ross Parker. How are you, Ross?
I felt better, Ryan, but it's great to be here at Bowman Park, back watching the mighty top team go about this title challenge.
Well, my co-commentator might be under a cloud today, but certainly Bowman Park is not. It's a fine afternoon here, as it often is. The afternoon heat just dissipating slightly at 3 o'clock. Willowburn in a fancy, I'm going to go with lime green short and black top. Bardon Latrobe in the classic red and white. Looks like Willowburn will get us underway shortly. We are currently trying to calibrate our Willowburn lineup thanks to Squaddy. We'll do our best as Willowburn get us away.
Yeah, Willowburn, a good team, Ryan. I went out to Toowoomba to watch them in round 2, and always a tough trip out there. And although we got the chocolates that day with the double from Ben Stanley, they were very good unit. So it'll be interesting to see how we go today. Don't expect an easy game at all.
Well, they've certainly started well there. Ben Stanley jumps in and wins the ball for a Willowburn throw-in. Some good football there from Willowburn the day. So 8th position on the ladder, a little bit probably unfair on Willowburn, you think, so far this year, Ross?
Yeah, they've definitely performed better than the points total. I mean, the table never lies, Ryan, but they've got some good wins against higher, more fancy teams, including Narangba, and pushed Taronga last week with a 2-1 loss. And so I think we can expect a close game today.
Well, Andrew Gold's over this free kick. He's going to take a left foot, swing it in here. Goes for the back post there. Josh Shields there, and he hits the post. What an amazing start there for Bardon Latrobe in the first minute still. An opportunity that perhaps could have been the opening goal.
Yeah, great delivery there from Gold. Still, I think he did a great job in terms of flicking it on. Not an easy skill to do. But tonight by the woodwork.
Referee's just blowing a whistle there. Not sure what was going on. Maybe a second ball on the pitch as Gold goes for the long throw. Flick on from Aussie. And this one's going to drop to Melville White. Popped collar. His ball's no good. Ben Stanley and Melville White work together. Perkins gets his first action of the day, which is a long clearance. Willowburn throw here, just over halfway. The captain takes this on. He's in there through Josh Sewell, who's dropped into centre back today in the absence of Blake Matheson. Gets that one away. Blake unable to play today. Late injury to Bardon.
Yeah, hamstring injury. I think we've got a few of those going through the squad. It's that time of year where it's a bit colder. And so he's the latest victim of a pull, so he should be out just the one game.
It's not a bad replacement to have there. Josh Sewell to drop in at centre back. Prefers to play midfield, but can quite comfortably play there. That one looked like it hit the attacker's hand, but Sewell does enough. He's going to find Mapry here in a deeper position. He'll look to play that long ball forward that he likes to drop into Aussie. Aussie feels like he was pushing the back, but referee saw nothing in that one, and Willowburn keep a long throw to number 12. Back to 20. He takes on Gold. Bit of pace shown there and shows him a clean pair of heels, but runs out of grass there on Bowman Park. Not the first to have done that. as you said, Ross, Willowburn a bit of an odd team in terms of results. Only a 2-1 loss to Yoronga last week, but defeat to Westside the week before that as well. Well, last game week they played before that. So a bit up and down in their results, but an opponent to be taken seriously, as most are in this league. Also, he gets it forward twice. Patricio's trying to get on that. Keeper delays. Francis gets his head to it, but the keeper manages to gather.
Yeah, obviously with the travel, Ryan, it's a long way from Toowoomba. Usually much better side at home. But you can see from their lineup today that it's full strength today, so we can expect them to be on song.
Ovo gets in there and Stanley picks up the ball. 20 battling well for Bardon. For Willowburn, I apologise. Number 3 back to number 19. Looks for his options. His option he felt with us there was to drive it forward. I'm going to disagree. And goes well wide of Perkins' goal. As Perkins goes to recover this ball and get us back underway, I'll ask how you fared last night, Ross. Before you hit the nightclubs, Div 2 with a win.
Yeah, back in the winner's circle, the old over 35 Div 2 boys. A great performance against Toowong last night. I won't talk about the missed chances, but we got 2 goals and they got none, so we'll take that every day of the week. David Cunliffe, shout out to big old DC, who decided to become a boxer and got red carded.
Very, very disappointed to hear that the man from Northern England thought he'd take on the welterweight belt. Sewell in there and clears away to Daly, picks that up for Toowoomba and goes back to Green in goal. Green tries to pick out Manikera, 29, but he's unable to do so. And Melville White, another I think who was under a bit of an injury cloud today, Ross, picks up the ball.
Yeah, good late addition. I think he had a bit of a knock from last week, but I went out to Salisbury last week to watch us against Oldbridge, and if he wasn't man of the match, he was pretty close to it, scoring a goal from right back. And just generally excellent. So, yeah, good to see him out there.
Ivenden whips that in, and Bardon gets there first, and it's in, and it's a goal.
What a goal that is.
Bardon 1-0 up.
That
Skipper casually poking that one away.
So on the replay here, there's a throw in. Pretty innocuous, early ball into the box, but look at this for skill. The ball's behind him. And he's used his right foot over the shoulder. Ryan, I don't know if I could do that once at 100 times, and Aussie's just casually poked in the top corner.
Well, Ross, I can guarantee you won't be able to do that 1 in 100 times. I have seen you play more than that. But what we will say is the skipper there for his 8th goal of the season. And gets Bardon in the lead. Good early start for Bardon with Sewell hitting the post, and now skipper Boardman giving us the lead. Wonderful finish.
Key goal. Obviously in these games, the more efficient we are in the final third, the better. Getting an early goal can really change games. So let's see how we respond the next 5-10 minutes, especially. See if we can put the pedal on and get a second.
Well, as ever, folks, if you are watching on Facebook or you're tuned into our YouTube channel, we love to hear your feedback, whether that be through the means of comments or direct messages. Always appreciated. As Francis Patricio picks this one up and tries to cross it in. Mappery's going to get there ahead of the defender.
Talking about last week against Oldbridge and Mappery's little involvement there. I was lucky enough to see an absolute worldie of a goal from Mappery. 30 yards out, right in the top bins just before half time. That was a key moment in that game, and what was a key result for us. Final 4/finals hopes, and maybe even a bit more than that if we dare to dream, Ryan.
Well, I was disappointed to miss that one. I heard from many sources that it might be a contender for goal of the season. Did pop one in myself last night, Ross, but from 2 yards. So I think Tyler Mappery's probably a bit more in contention than I. Defender slips there and Stanley manages to pick up the ball on the edge of the box, finds Frentress Patricio. Out wide to Ovenden. Already one assist. Can he whip in a good ball here? And Aussie's almost there. Number 12, which is Tansky, gets in there. Oh, and that's a shot, and that's a handball. I think we're going to see a penalty here, Ross. Unfortunately, as we all know, hand out away from the body, and it hit him.
Well, here's a huge opportunity for us. Great little passage of play. You can see how improved we are in the final third. I think in the last few weeks, we've just got a bit more crisp and hitting Francis's feet and the layoff to Ovo, then a first time cross, and Aussie just got the header nipped, and then first to respond to the second ball, and then a handball, unfortunate for the defender. The ref has a word to the goalkeeper. Mapri on the ball.
Stepping up to take this one. And, it's late winter sun, hits it hard and high and through the middle. And any penalty that goes in, speaking as a Coventry City fan, is a good penalty. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, that was better than that final Coventry City pen. I don't think there'd be too many in the replay here. Too many goalkeepers, even the championship, that could get that one. This is rifled right down the middle there. Great pen. Great connection on the ball. 2-0.
Well, fantastic start for Bardon Latrobe. 2-0 up within 10 minutes. Skipper Aussie Boardman with a volley into the top corner, and then Tyler Mapri putting it away. The penalty from a handball. Excellent start for Bardon. I think keep this up, keep Willowburn on their toes, and put this one away and keep marching on.
They just look sharp, Bardon. Just kind of, even in defence, they're up for it. Those 50-50s, they're making it theirs. Look at this hit, and he goes over it again.
Somehow just manages to keep the ball there, and Stanley comes in and joins him. Diminutive players, but feisty players, those two. And Tyler comes back to cover, and
Well played.
Watches that one go out. Melville White, Bardon Jr., Roscoe, wearing the famous red and white from an early age.
I saw a photo during the week of a young Melville White.
Stanley gets across here and plays the ball. It's going to fall for Patricio, but the defender, Firmino, does enough. I don't think it's Bobby Firmino, Ross.
Si, senor.
Melville White wins the header, plays the 1-2 with Ovenden. And he's trying to keep Manika honest here.
So we haven't had much of a chance to talk about the Bardon lineup today or formation. Last couple of weeks, it's been a bit of a subtle change with Tyler dropping into next to Eric as a DM. And then today we welcome back Ben Stanley. He was missing last week in that big win in the 10 position. So it's a 4-2-3-1. As we just see Willowburn on the break here.
Willowburn come through here. It was
What a tackle.
Al Nasir. It was seen off by Andrew Gold, I believe.
Torrisi with the tackle.
Was it Torrisi? I miscredited there. He does love a tackle. I should have assumed.
Yeah, so 4-2-3-1, and obviously the other big addition today is Ovo. He's missed the last couple of weeks, I think, with Matt Owen's hamstring injury. Matt Owen's been excellent, and
Francis might get onto this one again. That runs through to keeper Green in goal.
In Ovo's absence, he was excellent for the first half hour last week until he picked up the injury, and excellent against Boonville, where he scored.
Al Nasir almost gets back onto that one, but Gold, regular left back now as well, as Boardman, Mapri, and Stanley try and combine. Unfortunately, unable to do so, and Mapri gives away the free kick. That was a foul. A player I can't see on the list. Tansky with some play in midfield there, but unable to get it through as Daly drops that one down and gets it forward to Al Nasir. takes on Gold, gets around him. Cross comes in, but it hits comfortably wide of Perkins' goal.
Well, what a start to the game, Ryan. We're not even 15 minutes in. Bardon look in control. I think whilst we've got this dominance in the game, we need to take advantage of it, though. 2-0, one of the most dangerous scores in football.
Thank you for rolling out that cliche that I avoided earlier as Mappery finds it high on the right.
Well done, goalkeeper.
So number 20's name is just evading us here, Ross, on the list. He has covered a lot of ground too, so we should probably try and work that one out from Paulson. Thank you, Squatty. Many people say that on a weekend. Some of the bad and under 15 girls there going behind us. Good to see women's football down here, Ross. Believe big year for women's football in Australia.
Oof. Oh, Tricia nearly nipped in there. As we were saying, get Ada Spezza.
Slightly distracted by my Division 4 over 35s colleague, Paul Spezza, who had a wonderful goal game in midfield for Bardon last night against Sanford.
Who scored in that game, Ryan?
Oh, well, Ross, I did manage to pop one in from a couple of yards out.
Did you?
And the Guardian Walkley Award-winning journalist Ben Smee also popped up with a goal. I do believe I was involved in the build-up to that one as well. But
That's
enough
three.
of our overs.
That's 3 goals in 2 games for Benny Smee, isn't it?
It is, mate. It is. It's dangerous to defenders as he is to the people at the other end of his pen. As Kangara picks that one up and plays it to Mappery. Melville White here going to get probably his picket pocket there by number 3, Evans. But he gets back, the defender, gets his shirt pulled for his trouble and gets it away to Francis Patricio.
Good hold-up play there from Patricio.
Stanley, though, is going to lose that one. Al Nasir going to get this one wide, look to cross it in, goes all the way across, and there it is, at the back post for Reese to score.
Yeah, good passage of play. It's what is it? Well, first shot and goal. You can see the quality, individual quality in the final third here. And Nasa with the great delivery right across the face. That's an excellent ball, and you can't miss from there. Unless your name is Kerry Gillaway, but we'll talk about that later. 2-1, game back on. It'll be interesting next period in the game. We're still only 17 minutes in. We've had 3 goals.
Well, it's a bit of a goal fest down here at Bowman Park this afternoon. 3 goals in 16 minutes as Gold plays the ball forward looking for Stanley. But Manera Kera does enough. Melville White looking for his options. Tries to find Patricio and does. Beautiful hold-up play from the striker. Gets it back. It's quality on the ball, Ross. Sewell finds Kingara in that 6th position. Finds Boardman. Again, good play. Bardon keeping hold of the ball nicely here as Goal plays it out wide to Mappery.
Just come next year.
That one's a bit overhit from Mappery, but some nice play before that for Bardon, keeping the ball.
Yeah, good touches. Pitch is looking good, Ryan, this stage of the season. Nice and flat, letting the boys play some football.
I spilt my drink there under that comment, but yeah, Ross, let's give the groundsman his credit. There might not be a lot of green on it, but it's definitely been bumpier at this time of year, that's for sure. Green gets it forward. Teresi competes with Evans. Daly.
Good win.
This one pops down to Ovenden. He finds Stanley. Willowburn coach is absolutely furious with the way that their team are playing so far.
Good win.
Stanley gets back in and gets that ball. It's going to come to Ovenden. Mappery's made the run outside of him. Back to Melville White. Stanley, he can find Ovenden. Goes back inside. Is tripped by Manakira.
Dangerous position here for this free kick. Looks like Sewell's making his way up.
Mappery not
He
happy
wants a
with
new
the ball. Swaps it out. Gold's going to come across. Given that chance he created with the first free kick that we had. Oh, I can't help but notice assistant coach Derek Woodford in a lovely new Vito tracksuit, Ross.
Special order.
Special order for the FQPL. As Gold, Mappery indeed takes it and looks for Sewell. Oh, crossed it back post just a little bit over the defender.
Looks like he just lost that in the sun. It was a perfect delivery. Just a little bit overrun, I think.
Silver on the ball here, looking for the goal scorer, Reese. Reese picks it up. Stanley does enough to come back and win the ball. Referee indicates as such as Sewell tries to find Macri inside, but Paulson's going to intercept. Gold headers that one away. Boardman competes. Stanley is sandwiched, but comes up with the ball. Stanley finds Patricio. Goes around the keeper.
Oh,
And that's a fantastic challenge from Manakera.
Oh.
Patricio's down. Manakera
Replay here, Ryan.
got the ball away.
See, Benny Stanley does really well in the battle. Such a tough man to get the ball off you. He's got 2-3, and he's just played a beautiful ball through to Patricio. He does everything right. The defender, gets the ball, which is a great last-ditch challenge.
Well, Ross, I must admit, at first time view, I did think he got the ball. And I'm the most biased of Bardon commentators, but Patricio's still a little bit heavy to get back up to his feet. So maybe some contact there still, but
Bit of a twist there in the ankle or something, I'd say.
I'm sure if our erstwhile colleague Rich Sharp was here, he would be calling that a great challenge.
Well, it's Rich Sharp's dream challenge, that one.
Another great chance for Bardon as Mappery stands over this one. Sewell and Boardman will probably be the targets. Goes in low to Stanley.
Oh.
Manakera
Great move.
makes that block again as Mappery gets back in. And that one's going to be another corner.
A great little move there. Everyone's expecting, as you said, Ryan, the big boys at the back stick, and he picks out Stanley on the ground, and it unfortunately just not the contact he was hoping for. Back on top here, Bardon. They have been for most of the game with that goal coming against the run of play. Let's see if we can get a third.
Mappery this time does find Boardman, makes strong contact, but that contact sees the ball fly high over the bar. Referee asks for a new ball. And the Willowburn coach obliges with a off-target delivery. Let's hope his players match up to that standard for the rest of the game.
It's always big pressure when the coach has to kick the ball, mate.
Well, he looks like he could be popping his boots on soon and join us on the pitch, Ross. Very athletic-looking coach there from Willowburn. Very vocal to my left as well. Not happy with the performance from Willowburn so far, but it is 2-1 to Bardon. They got themselves back in the game with that last goal. As Al Nasir plays it back to Paulson, who looks for the skipper, Hinch. His control lets him down a little bit, and our skipper, Boardman, manages to pick that one up and find Patricio with some silky skills. Unfortunately, it just drifts a little bit away from Stanley.
He's been excellent since he's joined the club, Patricio. He's playing that role up top very well. Few errors. He probably wants to add a couple more goals to his game. He had a couple disallowed from Jimboomba that were offside, which were questionable. But got a goal last week. It'd be good to see if we can mix in with a couple more goals today and beyond.
Gold intercepts there and knocks it forward to Patricio. Teresi also tries to clear it. Gets back in there, the defender. Al Nasir picks it up. Nice feet. Comes back to Manakera. His cross is going to be too long. And Perkins, with those long bombs that we've become accustomed to, looking for Ovenden. Gets up. Manakera does well. And Ovenden slightly harshly judged there to have pulled the defender down. Absolute menace, that boy.
Plenty of fullbacks nightmare. Ovenden.
Green in goal in the orange for Willowburn. Gets us forward. Hinch finds Reese, and he gets it back. The skipper comes inside. Kangara's shadowing him. As that comes back for the cross, Melville White does enough to take it away from Al Nasir. Silver it was who played that in for Willowburn.
Willowburn wingers have swapped sides. They're playing a pretty standard 4-3-3 with 1 6 and 2 8s in midfield. Their 2 8s, number 10 and number 20, are probably their key players. Standouts in the first game out at Toowoomba, particularly their captain, number 10 Hinch, who's I believe has played NPL in the past for Southwest Queensland Thunder. So obviously very technically sound on the ball and can create chances for them.
This one drops to Aussie. He's going to look for Ovo. Ovo looks to take on Manakara. He does well, the defender. Nasir picks up the ball. Beautiful little back heel. And the ball forward from Tansky is overhit. Melville White picks the ball up here, finds Kangara inside. Hinch quickly in on it, the defender there. It drops out for Mappery. Slightly fortunate there for Bardon. High press there from Willowburn, yeah. Reese and Paulson combine. Silver plays a 1-2 with Daly. And gets it forward to Reese.
Good win there from Kangara against the danger man Hinch. Willowburn have definitely picked up their pressure on the ball in the last couple of minutes. Well, that's a big pass there.
Firmino there. So right-footed. Wasn't prepared to clear that with his left. And Teresi gets across, kicks it away towards some Bardon juniors still playing on field too there, Ross. Bardon Latrobe, huge junior club. Lots of teams to fit into an oval on a Saturday. Games, I believe, going till past 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Great to see, Ryan. Great to see the little ones down here loving their football.
Well, Reese tries his luck, probably confidence flowing after the goal. Perkins is going to have to go and retrieve that from the swamp. Might find one or two of my efforts down there whilst he's there, Ross. Yeah, comes straight back out and asks for a new ball. Not sure how many there are. Might have to appeal for some more funds for FQPL if this continues, Ross. Especially after those new tracksuits for the coaches. So we approach the half-an-hour mark. Nappri's going to pick this one up. Look for Ovenden. Manakira's shepherding well so far, but Ovenden goes round. Defender does well to get back. That's gone out, and the lino sees that too, which is good to see.
Yeah, it's hard work for Manakira out here, but he's doing well. He's sticking in there. But he's getting exposed 1v1 against Ovenden a little bit too much for my liking if I was a Willowburn coach, but I'm not, so good to see.
Well, Mappery picks that one up, and I think it hit the ref.
Good touch from the ref there. So, the rule is that this is a drop ball. It's almost like a free kick.
And Al Nasir comes in quickly to keep Mappery on his toes.
Ooh.
Sewell's touch just a bit far ahead of him, and Melville White doing enough to cover there. Gold's going to clear up. Silver gets it forward. Boardman gets something on that, and Teresi comes in and makes sure. Boardman looking for Ovenden, but that's not going to reach him. Sewell then clears, and there'll be a Willowburn throw just in front of us here, Ross.
So unbelievably, still not even half an hour in. This game's got plenty left in it, and both teams look like they've got goals in them. So strap yourselves in.
Silver rise the challenge from Boardman. Finds Paulson, who gets it to the goal scorer, Reese. He checks back inside and looks at his options. Decides that Paulson's his best option, and Boardman shepherds that one away.
So I've just noticed that the Willowburn wingers are tucking in a little bit. They're not staying high and wide like a 4-3-3, and often giving them a surplus of players in the midfield.
Just bouncing around in the box here for Bardon. We need to try and clear it. The striker, Evans, wearing the 3, which it's just not cricket for me, Ross. It's cleared. Gets it away.
Yeah, so the wingers tucking in. Our fullbacks are kind of staying flat and compact, but what it's allowing them is to get on the ball and work the ball forward into these spots well.
Sierra and Evans combining. I think it's Melville White who interjects there and gets it away for a Willowburn corner.
You can see Willowburn want to play football. They're not going to launch it. They haven't hit too many long balls. They've got good technicians, and they want to get the ball to their feet and get it forward. And we saw with the goal how good they can be when they get into these positions. So we've got to be switched on. And it's going to be a key game for Eric Congera in midfield to try and work through that surplus.
Perkins is going to gather that one from the corner. It's a better standard than that to beat the big man. He launches forward to Patricio Manakera. Does enough to stop the big man. Comes in again. Patricio holds him up well, but the linesman.
Ooh, touch. Yeah, a bit of a completely different prospect for Manakera there. When you go from Overden's pace and craft to Patricio's strength and skill at holding it up. He's just giving away a foul there, just a little bit too ambitious trying to get through the man.
Well, Mapri and Gold stand over this one as the referee asks Al Nasir to drop back the regulation 9.5, as I found out last night from veteran referee Rocky at Samford. His ball is overhit.
Yeah, just marginally overhit there. Aussie not too happy with that. Wants an opportunity to attack those. I think it is a threat for us. We've got the height advantage at those free kicks, especially when Sewell comes up and Aussie.
Green's clearance goes long and Gold clears it. Boardman picks it up and finds Kangara, who plays a wonderful ball into Mapri, who whips it out to Ovenden. Great touch from the winger as Patricio plays it into Melville. This is a wonderful move from Bardon, but Melville probably showing why he plays at fullbacks. Finish not the best. Patricio gives him a pat on the back and says, great run. Beautiful stuff from Bardon.
So on the replay here, great run from Melville White. A late one that the winger can't track. And then last week he rattled one into the far post from there. He's nearly had 2 and 2 there.
Al Nasir picks that one after a Melville White mistake. Kangara has come across to shepherd the skipper, Hinch. Hinch stands him up, goes through his legs, but doesn't collect the ball. So I wouldn't be celebrating that one, Willowburn fans, with the little cackles.
So you can see the advantage there. That run by Melville White can show how we can expose their wingers who are tucking in and creating a channel for our fullbacks. It's tough for them to track both midfielders and fullbacks to get forward.
Clears that one away, and it's probably going to fall for Green. Just noticed the AR had a quick word with the Willowburn coach there, Ross. Not quite sure what advice he was providing to him. But we've got a free kick here. This is a rare one, Ross. The keeper's jumped out of his box there. Maybe confused with the black lines at Bowman Park. And it will be a free kick to Bardon on the edge of the box. You don't see this very often.
Interesting call there from the lino in front of the Bardon bench. I wonder if someone planted that idea in his mind.
Maybe we'll have to have a chat. Yeah, it might be Robbie Weaver there, noticing that the Toowoomba keeper was edging over. It's often the technique of modern goalkeepers, though, Ross.
Doesn't seem worth it, does it? An extra step. But
Well, if Mapri
let's
puts
see.
this one in the top corner, it certainly won't. Mapri over the ball. He wicks it in, but Daly gets there and blocks that one. We're just trying to retrieve the ball here. Good pass there from the Bardon Latrobe under 12 girls.
Straight to feet, as we like to see.
Might be under 10s, actually. Probably a bit young for under 12s. Gold, long throw, finds Patricio, holds it up well, finds Stanley. Stanley dancing in the box. Very crowded there. Not a lot he could have done.
It's good.
But Sewell interjects there as it tries to get away to Evans. The threes will battle here, and Teresi will just try and see it out. And the committed defender does so. Evans benefits from a ball being on the sideline and finds Nasir. Al-Nasir. Back to Evans. Hinch on the back post. Drops it to the goal scorer Reese, but the effort, the header is quite tame in the end. Ovenden. He's going to go up the line. See you later, Paulson. Hinch comes across and does enough, but Paulson was pulling Ovenden down. Hinch doesn't like it, but I think there was a lot of contact there from Paulson.
Eager to press, aren't they? I love it.
Do press quickly and high. That's absolutely right, Ross. Just noticed Ovenden's top lip there, Ross. It surprises me he goes for the Freddie Mercury style mustache. Mapri picks that one up, the long ball from Melville White. Defender Silva does well, comes up with the ball. As does Gold. He gets it to Mapri. Can he whip this one in? He does and goes back post and no one's there. Manikera had to make contact and it'll be a Bardon throw here on the right-hand side.
Bit risky chucking your leg at that one. Got away with it.
Well, talking of top lip action, Ross, surprised to see Bardon President Samuel Irvine Casey here. As this one drops to Mapri, I'll stop my facial hair commentary for a moment as Bardon get a corner. I believe he may also be sporting a Freddie Mercury style top lip tash.
No, something on your face, Sammy.
Bit early for November.
Oh.
But, well, viewers, we wish we could bring that one to you on the screen. But Mappri's going to whip this corner in. It's going to come to the back post. Ovenden gets a touch on it as Sewell makes a bit of a menace of himself. Perkins back here. Kingera and pressure from Hinch.
Get a hot dog, Hinch.
And
yeah, I don't know what's going on with the top lips. Around the club. But there's some
it looks like November came early, Ross, around here, but we'll try and concentrate on the game and not get distracted by the facial hair. As Gold will get us back underway. Kingera gives him an option, but he hits the line. Silva cuts it out. This one's going to pop up for Reese, the goal scorer. And he plays that ball forward. El Nasir and Evans were lurking. Mapri's ball forward. Patricio wasn't on the same page.
Okay, so a really key part of the game here, Ryan, just before half-time. Obviously, a goal either way significantly changes the half-time team talk in the second half.
Beautiful run from Paulson here. Skips past Teresi. Someone's probably going to have to go to ball, and it's found in the middle by Evans, and Evans' shot is tame. Probably should have done better there, Ross.
Yeah, it was on there, wasn't it? You got the defensive midfielder crossing the ball in with bodies in the box. And see how dangerous they are.
Stanley now for Bardon. Goes that ball in the middle for Patricio. And Manikera coming across and covering. One end to the other. Good stuff. Tansky back and away, but Kingera picks this up here.
The ball. Mapri's made a run on overload when he tucks back inside.
Ovenden to Kingera. Now to Gold. Swimmer back in 2 banks of 4. And I think the ball was maybe intended for Ovenden. Didn't really find anyone. Boardman and Gold just talk it over. But, yeah, I think as you said, Ross, it's a crucial moment in the game. 7 minutes until half-time. Green gets us back underway.
It's been a high tempo first half and with some tired passes here.
Evans knocks that one on. Perkins collects. And off it goes into the stratosphere as often. As always, Manakera does well.
Oh, good touch.
It was a good touch. A little bit fortunate, but bought a ticket. Kangera faced up by the striker Evans. As President Irvine Casey
All is
comes
forgiven.
through with the goods.
All is forgiven for that dirty
Don't
stash.
stop me now. Fat bottom girls. All the classics. Cyril's ball forward is cut out. Hinch picks this up, keeping Melville White honest. Melville White hits that line. It's not going to go out, so Manakera, with some work to do, goes back inside, and Daly does well to get it back to Green, but Ivington doesn't give him a second to rest, and that will be a Bardon ball.
A lot of press. Ivington, obviously, a master of the press, but Alden Sears doing quite well as well for Willowburn in terms of cutting out the passing lane to our wingers or fullbacks.
Patricio to Kangara there. He tries a bit of a dangerous pass to Melville White, and I'm going to be lucky here that Teresi can come across and cover.
We've got a corner.
Well, Toowoomba coach, Willowburn coach from Toowoomba, admitting that should have been a throw-in to the assistant referee, but nothing comes of the corner, and it is now a throw-in to Willowburn. And Ikera looks for Al Nasir. Sewell gets it away. Patricio's going to keep Silver honest here. And he finds Paulson. Gold's going to go in on him. And ultimately it's a Willowburn throw. Tansky gets around Boardman and Stanley and finds Silver. Boardman goes back and cuts it out. Stanley's probably pushed.
So it'll be interesting to see what Mappery decides to do at half time. We've obviously got Aussie playing that inside forward winger role on the left-hand side, which has been really effective for the last couple of weeks. Although he got his goal, I feel like it's been less effective today. I wonder if there's an opportunity to bring on a second winger, either Mikumi or Perez in the second half.
Ball forward is collected by Green. Overton finds Stanley. Tricia holds his run. And Daly is able to cut that one out. Makuni here. Manakera, sorry. Cut out by Melville White. He finds Mappery. Bit of space for Overton. Mappery finds Patricio. Goals, tackles well. Looking for his options. Skips on. Keeps going. Tries to find Stanley.
Nice reverse pass. Not quite.
Firmino does enough for Green to be able to come in and collect the ball. Here's Tansky looking for his options. Silver's that one. At right back. Forward, that Gold cuts out. Willowburn coach furious to watch. Hinch to Tansky, and Gold again cuts that one out. This one will drop to Perkins.
It's good to see two teams trying to play some good football. Not lots of long ball going on here. The Willowburn team trying to break the lines, getting balls on the ground to the top three. But Bardon doing a good job of cutting out the passing lanes in that passage of play, which was frustrating the Willowburn coach.
This one might drop to Boardman. Pressure from Paulson does enough. Well, again, Firmino has to skip around the ball to hit it with his right. It's like the left foot's only for standing on. Might be something to exploit.
Left-footed centre-backs are like unicorns.
Napri gets the shout to leave it. Melville White takes his time to come up here. Popped collar uses, and Firmino comes across and uses his right foot to clear it. Napri. Bit of contact there from Daly, but yeah, Perkins is going to get on this one before Evans. Lets it drop. Tells Evans, nice to meet you. And again, Perkins with the high bomb. He's going to ask questions for Firmino, and Silva does enough. And oh, man, Stanley's first time ball through to Patricio. Just a little bit far away from him, and Patricio flat-footed for once. Gold header. Boardman flicks it on. Firmino smashes it forward, and it's half-time. Sorry, Ross, I hadn't noticed it. Ticked over past the 45th minute there. Good half for Bardon, 2-1 up. What are your thoughts of the game so far?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that half, Ryan. Good game of football. Two good teams matching each other in different ways. As I said it before, I think there's probably an opportunity for us to change some tactics and maybe some personnel in the second half. But happy to be in the lead. It's a close run thing.
Boardman's and Mapri's goals. Bardon 2-1 up. Let's see what we can do in the second half. Join us then.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Apologies for the minor issues there with the stream in the first half. Unfortunately, we do have a pretty unstable internet connection here at Bardon Latrobe. There's just a bit of an issue with the Telstra internet connection. So we do apologize for those small droppages you may have experienced through the live stream. For those of us tuning in on Facebook, we are about to end this first half stream just so we can change some settings and get a new stream up and running for the second half, which hopefully won't have as many issues there once we've sort of fixed up a few things with the connection. So if you are tuning in on Facebook, don't be surprised if this stream does end. We will be back with the second half. It'll just be on a new link. So just come back to the Bardon Latrobe Facebook page. A new live link will be up and running in about a minute or two. Thanks again for tuning in. We do again apologize for those connection issues. Unfortunately, just with the way that Telstra is currently running today, there is not a lot we can do about that. But stay tuned. We're going to fix up a few things and we'll be back in just a moment.
Well, perfect timing as we join us back here at Bowman Park. Willowburn, that high press yet again. Gold gets it forward to Melville White, who's pushed wide. He tries to loop that in. That was definitely hands, but we're going to have a corner. A few technical issues that we've tried to address at half time. I believe the Facebook has been restarted. Not too sure about the YouTube, but heard about a couple of glitches. Well, Willowburn coach here is talking to the AR, saying that was more of a handball than the penalty. Don't know what benefit that will give to him. Decision's been made. Willowburn get the corner away. Sewell's going to do enough there to take the ball away from Evans. Kangera and Sewell give the ball away to Reese. Frantic start to the second half, Ross. Ovenden now wide on the right. Oof. Probably led with his shoulder.
Good strong battle there. Yeah, good start. We've picked up right where we left off. The kickoff routine there resulting in a corner. And then Willowburn looking to break after dealing with it defensively. Both teams hungry for possession. Missing the ball carrier. Perkins just gets there for a throw, avoiding a unnecessary corner.
Manikera is going to take this throw, get Willowburn back underway. Kill the targets to hit, and he goes for the striker Evans, and Sewell, well, there he is. Looks for Patricio.
Looked like a foul on the back of Patricio there, but the rest lets him play.
Stanley tries to get in on Daly and is unable
That is
to.
a foul.
Then Patricio shows the referee what definitely is a foul.
And he's making that point to the ref that he got two hands in the back. It's frustrating as a striker. We're battling against the centre backs and they get away with a cheeky one.
Daly standing over this one. Chips it forward. When Evans gets there, he was trying to look for Al Nasir. Gold got in front, does enough again, pushed in the back, but no foul. Boardman competes well. Mappery, then Stanley gets into Patricio, and he holds up.
Foul, ref. All hands,
Patricio
ref.
still going, and Silva got back.
I don't know. I saw two hands from the defender grabbing the jersey of Patricio there. I mean, it's what I would have done too, to be fair. Got to stop him, the big man.
Yeah, Firmino did enough to stop him by any means necessary, and then Silva was able to just take the ball off Patricio in the end. Patricio going to pick up this throw, finds Mappery. He whips it into Ovenden, and Manikera takes it off the winger's toe and breaks forward. Melville White isn't able to stop this progress from Manikera, but Ovo gets back and does enough.
He's trapped in the whole field.
Kangera to Mappery. Al Nasir is going to keep him honest, and the pressure from the winger there was enough for Mappery to just get it forward and unfortunately hit it into no man's land. Silva finds Al Nasir. Beautiful ball through Gold. And Gold definitely brought him down. Gold protesting his innocence, but I don't think the best lawyer in Brisbane would get you up on that one, Gold. It's a foul.
Good player, this Al Nasir. Been impressed with him today. Works hard without the ball. Has a few tricks up his sleeve with it.
Daly's ball isn't good enough. Perkins collects that one easy and rolls it out straight away to Melville White. Hinch comes across and uncompromisingly smashes the ball.
He's got a huge work rate.
Field too.
What is a midfield role? Kind of look like the midfield switched into 2 6s and a 10. He's in that 10 role and he's getting out to the fullbacks on both sides for that triggering that press that we've talked about. And when he gets the ball, he doesn't lose it. So another handy player in this Willowburn lineup.
Melville White with the throw in. Looking for Patricio. And he does enough. Stanley back to Melville White. Melville White looks long to Boardman. Daly has his hands full here. Certainly Boardman and Daly combining. And I think that's a corner. It was a good battle there between the two of them. Daly definitely with a little handoff. And then Aussie probably with a couple of nibbles back. But out comes a corner to Bardon.
Two big, strong boys going at it there. Boardman, a centre-back's nightmare with his athleticism and skill.
See if Bardon have another move to make here, like they did in the first half. Stanley crosses in near post, comes down to Teresi, and then Mapri, and the deflection hits the post. Patricio's going to be there. Oh my God, it's all happening here. Bowman Park. It was a fantastic save, and then another opportunity as Ovenden whips it in. Patricio's going to get there. Left foot, not good enough, and away from Silver. Well, incredible
passage of play that was. I don't know how I'm going to summarise that one, except for we've got the pressure on them here under the cosh.
Ovenden's probably fouled by Menakera. And yeah, Adam just now with a couple of chances, couple of times we've hit the woodwork. I don't want to say it, Ross, but maybe you have to take those chances.
Well, I mean, credit to the goalkeeper for keeping them in the game here. It's got to go down as be handy save of the week contender.
Stanley's over this one. Trouble came from that first corner for Willowburn. Can the changed angle do the same? It's whipped in, and Menakera gets it away. Ovenden picks that up though and hits the volley, and that's just going to go wide of Green's goal. Mapri encouraging his charges here. I think probably sense that it's a good time for that third goal if they can get it. Green gets us back underway. Evans competes with Sewell. Sewell heads it into the back of Green, and it's going to be a Bardon throw. Gold gets it forward, looks for Aussie. Aussie flicks it onto Mapri, and Firmino comes across and clears.
Boardman made the comment towards the end of the second half, or first half, that I thought the inside forward role, Boardman wasn't as effective this week, but I'd eat my words a little bit at the start of the second half. They're finding him more often, and he's causing some concern.
Pops up with Stanley here. Back to Kangera. Melville White in a bit of space. Looks to pick out someone in the box. Daly meets that one. It's going to drop to Gold. Gold's header isn't able to find anyone, but he gets it back. Oh, and he looks for Aussie, but that one's probably going to roll away down towards the swamp.
The ball was probably on, but Aussie didn't want it. He was pointing to get it back out the other side there. But, yeah, it's a bit of miscommunication there. Unfortunate.
Green over this one again, and 53rd minute of the game. Green goes long. Sewell again competes with Evans. Gold competes with Al Nassir and wins, and Sewell competes the clearance. So, folks, your comments in the comment section are well appreciated. My co-commentator feeling a little bit under the weather today, self-inflicted. Green goes long. That's probably all the way through to Perkins. Safe hands, and that long throw isn't going to make it this time. Menakera does well, but runs out of pitch on that side. Ovenden's throw is going to find Patricio, who flicks it onto Stanley. Stanley's in, and then there's an offside. Oh, I think the assistant referees indicated it hit the arm. Just didn't look offside.
He's picked something out there. Must have been a little handball.
Green goes forward. Al Nassir's offside. Referee's going to play on because Perkins will be able to get us back underway and go long here. Huge bomb for Willowburn to deal with. Probably going to go all the way through to green this time. And the keeper does well. Not a nice one to deal with, though. Ball forward. Goal gets a little flake from Al Nasir, and I'm not saying he milked it, but he got at least a litre out of that one. Looks proud of himself, Gold. Perkins to Ozzy. Firmino does enough to get it to Reese. Melville White, foot in. Kangara. Mapri to Stanley. Stanley skips through the challenge. Gets it through to Patricio. Ovendon's wide. Rolls it out to him. Bodies in the box.
Get the ball in. Hit it.
Tries to go back to Stanley. Who tries to go back to Patricio, and that one's cut out. Probably just trying to be a bit too cute there, Bardon. Tansky gets it forward to Reese. Reese does well. Stanley and Melville White biting at his heels, and he gets it back to Tansky. Tansky inside to the skipper Hinch.
Cover.
Mapri doing well. Covering.
Oh, big dive. That's a
Huge dive from Tansky. And
ridiculous.
to be honest, could have caused Kangara a bit of a problem there. And he gives him a slap on the back of the head as well. Just a bit silly there from Tansky for my money. I don't think it was malicious, but
it's a yellow card for the dive. Nothing else. Ridiculous. Players throw themselves to the ground like that.
Willowburn fans just giving a bit of commentary here, saying that our player started it. We'll have a look on the TV as we get back underway. Manikera and Ovendon managed to clear it. Patricio does well, comes back. But here's a foul. Referee getting himself involved.
Don't know about that one.
The Hill didn't agree. Another huge pouring of support for Bardon here today, Ross, down at Bowman Park. Great to see.
So many familiar faces coming down to watch a really good game of football. Where else would you rather be, Ryan? Maybe in bed, personally.
I think you might be talking from experience there, mate. I was down painting the house this morning, but enough of my domestic chores. Al Nasir stands over this one for Willowburn.
Never done a chore you haven't told someone about, Ryan?
Well, how will the wife know if I don't? Here's Al Nasir over the ball. Referee just in conversation with Bardon about the offside. Al Nasir goes for goal. Wasn't a million miles away, although the Hill gives him a bit of a woohoo. I think that was reserve player Corbin Redburn there.
I mean, he's got some cheek. I've seen him put a few over.
Commentary in from Bardon Latrobe, legend and all round for all your building services needs. Eamon McCaffrey saying we're doing a great job, Ross.
Cheers, Eamon.
Watching on YouTube. Just trying to grab the president's attention for a refreshment update, but Sewell's going to get here with Perkins. Lost the ball. Al Nasir's going to have a dig.
What's that, Teresi?
Teresi on the line gets rid of it. Bit messy there from Bardon, though, Ross.
It was an awkward one, wasn't it? One of those balls that just kind
Daly wins that one from Boardman. Gold comes in and wins. Silver finds Hinch. Hinch's ball to Tansky's wayward.
Yeah, one of those awkward ones where the ball just doesn't quite get into the box and in between the goalkeeper and the centre back, and no one really commanded it. Perkins committed and went, which is what you want from your goalkeeper. You don't want to go and stop, but didn't get there. And it fell to one of the danger men, Al Nasir, who had a great shot on target. It's going in, but Teresi alive to the danger and does well.
Sewell competes the clearance. Probably a mention for that. Probably missing Blake Matheson in the centre back position for me. Ross has been absolutely solid there all season.
Yeah, you don't want too much change in your centre back pairing. But as we mentioned earlier, if you're going to have someone drop in there, Joshy Shill's not a bad replacement. Matheson, make sure, I believe, is your catchphrase, Ryan. But he's
Been able to use that catchphrase today, Ross, so I'll give you 1 week's license to use it.
I'm sure he's making sure of a few Stone Woods before the game, I saw.
This one drops down to Patricio, back to Ovenden, looking for his options. Comes back to Melville White, and Al Nasir keeps him honest. Patricio comes back to Sewell, and Evans is in the vicinity as Perkins, who can use both feet, uses his weaker foot to get that one away. Keeper again, just
Another
on the
one
edge
of
of his
those.
box. Sewell heads that one away. I think he did really well there, to be fair, the Willowburn keeper, because that one was just over the line. He's already been pinched for that once. Didn't want to make the same mistake.
This game, yeah, it's definitely there for the taking. To use another cliche, the next goal is critical, Ryan.
We've already used that one once, Ross, so let's hope we can break the cycle of that one. As the throw-in from Melville White goes all the way out.
I believe the first one was 2-0's the most dangerous scoreline in football, Ryan.
Please take the microphone away from that man. As Willowburn look to make their first change of the game. Let's find out who number 15 is. As Mapri picks up this one and able to take that one under control. Any predictions here, Ross? Maybe Evans up top hasn't really done a lot. Might be a striker.
Number 15 is De Silva Rice coming on. No photo of him in Scotty, so that's a 3-0 win for Bardon Latrobe.
Oh, it's De Silva for De Silva, which makes it easier for us.
Seems like a big boy. Maybe Silva's a little bit small. And we've got Al Nasir moving to fullback. And the new big man up top.
Well, I thought it might be something about offering something different up top. So we got De Silva on, and he's pushed forward, and now Nasir back. That's what we're going to go with. Mapri.
De Silva's close enough.
We'll go with De Silva.
Yep.
Paulson.
Oh, good win.
Gets his pocket pick there by Stanley. Always dangerous, and he finds Ovenden with the ball forward. Ovenden surveying his options. Firmino does well, but back to Stanley, and Paulson comes back to complete the clearance.
Nutmeg there.
It's good play from Willowburn in the middle. De Silva just on, looking for his. Comes back to Manikera. He lumps it forward to Paulson, and Nasir was on the overlap there, but Gold cut it out. Unfortunately, it comes back to Nasir, and Tansky probably just a little bit too.
So a clear
Tansky made the foul.
Clear tactical change here, Ryan. They've put their probably one of the better players, I think, number 30, Al Nasir, the winger at fullback, and they've told him to get going forward. It's going to be a bit of an adjustment needed here for Boardman in particular. He's playing an inside forward role on the left, and having to track a fullback from there is really difficult. So we can see Perez warming up here, and I wonder if
Goal goes forward. Sewell and Boardman both there. And Stanley and Patricio just underneath Green's feet. Stanley obviously making the most of every inch of his 5 feet.
So Josiah obviously adept at both fullback and wing. So probably offers a little bit more defensive awareness than Aussie would to respond to the change.
Well, Mapri plays a beautiful ball inside here for Ovenden. He's got options. It goes across, and then Stanley can't put it away. Another golden opportunity for Bardon there.
Here we go on the replay here. It's a good little ball here, the reverse pass. Look at that from Mapri. Plays it over, didn't exactly where we want him. He has a bit of a cross shot. Keeper gets a little bit on it. Just couldn't wrap his foot around it, I think. And it's Patricio off. Aussie into the 9. Perez at left wing. Patricio did really well again today. He's been excellent since he's joined the club. Really a handful for the centre backs. Unfortunately, didn't quite get his goal today.
Another chance just then. Overton almost found him, dropped to Stanley, and it went wide. Let's hope Bardon don't rue these chances. As you said, Perez now on high left. Boardman into the middle. Mappery competing in the middle. Stanley back to Kingara. He finds Melville White, who launches it forward, but Manakera gets in. Melville White does enough, but his back heel can't find a teammate. Ovenden working well, coming back both ways. Ovenden's going to pick this one up.
Got to be a foul, yeah.
The referee gave the foul. It would have been extremely close to being inside the box.
I'm confused.
I'm not saying it's a penalty. I'm just saying it may have been in the box.
Yeah, I thought it was a foul from my angle. Linesman didn't seem to think it was a foul. Overden's got cramp because he's working extremely hard for the team, winning the ball back earlier in that passage of play. But regardless, this is a good opportunity for us to get in the mix-up. Looks like we've got Sewell, Teresi, and Boardman in there. And the Willowburn defence, I wouldn't say they're the biggest in the competition. So let's give the boys a chance.
Stanley's had some good deliveries today. Let's hope he adds another one to the collection here. And hopefully we can knock one in. It's dinked in, and it's probably not his best. Tansky gets it away. Reese holds it up and knocks it to Paulson. Paulson knocks it forward, and Golden committed. Perez, and that one is probably a bit of a coach killer.
You can see the break. They just bomb forward. As soon as that ball didn't beat the first man, you can see the whole Willowburn team react. They know what's on. Paulson did really well. Huge shift from him today. He's been impressive as well from the base of midfield, getting forward. And they had bodies on that back stick, but unfortunately, as is often the case when teams come to Bowman Park, an overhit pass. And this time across, didn't find the overload they had on the back stick.
Perfectly summarised, Ross. Glad you're back with us. Maybe Pete's wins the header. He's done well today. The skipper.
Played. Oh, go on, Perez.
In the middle, Perez. Josiah just on.
Oh.
And
He's missed
goal
it.
kick.
He's missed it.
Opportunity for Bardon.
What a touch on that. I think that might be a save.
Perez seemed convinced that he had got a touch on it.
Just telegraphed that pass a little bit. Messiah knew it was coming.
Daly quickly looks for that new option at the back post to Silver, and it drops to him. His cross is going to be cleared by Teresi.
Oh.
Firmino with the mistake, but Boardman can't capitalise. Comes back to Green. He's going to turn to Firmino. And Ovenden, I think.
Oh.
I think Ovenden made a touch on that one.
Okay.
Now Boardman's in. Can we finish it now? Can we put it away? And the skipper scores from the mistake from Daly. Fires it home. Fires Bardon 3-1 up.
And on the replay here, look, it's unfortunate for we just talked about a centre back not wanting the ball here. It's just caught under his feet, and Aussie's just right there on his heels, anticipating, proactive, and a calm finish. Finally, Boardman continues a rich vein of form. What's that? 9 goals.
9 goals. I make that for the season, Ross, in terms of the league. It's a good effort.
Not bad.
Good to have
The second half, Aussie. Both when their tactical change to try and give him something to do defensively. Mappery responds by moving Boardman into the 9, and yeah, it just looks.
coach. Here's Daly, who made that mistake. It might be on his mind, but he does try centre back who doesn't like a step over. That's Marcus Teresi.
On a foul.
And Nasir fouls Perez.
So it'll be interesting to see what Willowburn do here. I think the coach seems like someone who's not going to worry about conceding another.
I have to
But
say,
he's finished that very well.
I
with
think that's
one
a top
touch.
finish from Stanley there. It did drop to him a bit fortuitously.
Been better than
They certainly have, and
4-1.
they've certainly probably been better than 8th in the league as well. But it's a tough league this year, FQPL5.
As the goal scoring continues for Bardon after the start of the season where it felt like we couldn't buy one. All of a sudden,
Long bomb. Manikera just eases Ovenden off the ball. Probably a wise move because the young lad has hops.
that's 9.
Ross, that's number Wang. Skill reference that one. Let's see if the viewers know. Substitutions here for Willowburn.
Looks like a double switch, so let's see what they've
And it is
got in mind here.
Evans, the striker, off. Not much to feed off today for the big man, 20, because he's another silver. And I didn't see who went off. He looks like he's dropping in somewhere at the back. They've released Manikera from his Ovenden duties.
I think he's off, actually. Yeah.
That's what, sorry, yeah, he's off the field. Actually thought he did really well today.
Yeah, tough job, but he did well. Held his own.
Ball forward from Gold, finds the goal scorer. 2 goals today from Boardman, and Daly comes absolutely through him and picks up a yellow card. Whilst the Willowburn coach complains,
Release his teammates. It's great to have him back today and see the difference he makes to the
might pick up on
side.
this one too. Nasia
Again,
kicks the air,
just
and
too good.
Stanley holds him off, and I think that was a free kick. Ross, I'm going to be a little bit greedy here. I'd like to have a look at Laurent Makumi. Love him to come on.
Yeah, obviously joined the club before the season, had to go away for a couple of months, and it's like a new signing, as Arsene Wenger used to say when he had his injuries come back. And here he is. He's stripped and he's ready to come on, and he's been excellent. Honestly, he's a quality footballer. Can play either side fullback, either side winger, and midfield. So
Looks like where he might be playing. Coming on for Ovenden, who's had a good game. Certainly an assist. Involved in lots of positive stuff for Bardon. Absolute
load, but
Josiah onto that one. Tried to play Stanley in.
overload wide. He'll try and tuck in, get in behind the back line, but defensively, excellent. So,
Well, Kangera's rarely made a perfect wrong, but his mistake there. And a bit of a misunderstanding between him and Teresi. And Paulson capitalised.
Paulson's been good. He's bombed forward from defensive midfield there to capitalise on an error. That's a lot of ground that he's covering. And the first time finish, not much that Perkins could do about that. Just at home, you can see they're pressing, and they're going to take advantage of those mistakes. They are not giving up. They'll push. It's a long drive home from here. They're going to do everything they can to make that enjoyable in the next 12 minutes.
Goal for Paulson on 78, so that's 3 goals in 8 minutes in the game. And a bit of a flurry in the first 10 minutes of the game as well. I'm 4-2 up as Reese picks this one up. Kangera's able to do so. Melville White with a bit of time to try and bring that one down. Sewell calmly in. Referee's going to just pop that one forward, and plays defence like a winger, I think.
Right. Ball played in the right spirit. Yes, a bit physical. Both teams playing good football. Bit of a nothing challenge, really. I think it all started when Mrs. Nasir went 2 hands in the back of Perez down here earlier, gave away that silly foul, and I just kind of started a niggle that didn't need to happen. Seeing still a lot of passion, let's call it, coming from both teams here. Okay, so man of the match, Ryan. I think it's pretty clear. Not to say there hasn't been a bunch of good performances. Notably, I think Ben Stanley coming back, he's shown his quality in those subordinate. I mean, what a goal in the first half, and I think in the second half he's been the best player in the park and got us the key third goal. So he's my man of the match, Ryan.
Yeah, I think absolutely great defense of your non-actions. Still, Bardon have a free kick here over the 90th minute mark. Sewell clears. Here's Hinch, skips past Gold. Macri does well coming back. Gold finds Stanley. Just a little bit ahead over high and wide.
Well done. Turnover here. Reese's got the first goal for Willowburn a while ago now, it feels. Decent connection.
He has, Ross. He's actually had a really good game in there in the middle too. So, as you said before, lots of players have had good games for us today. Tyler being one of them. Ovenden also doing a lot of work coming back before he left. Aussie, your man of the match, working hard there to win a throw-in for Bardon. Looks like Bardon might be rolling on here, Ross, and that will be 4 wins.
Yoronga yet to play. And crucially, gets us closer to...
Well, Hinch is able to jump in there, and Sewell comes across. He looks like he's pulling up a bit of cramp there. It has been everywhere for Willowburn today. Willowburn from Toowoomba. We're not playing Toowoomba. This isn't basketball. I'm not commentating on that sport. Shout out to the Mountaineers.
Yoronga have got Oxley tomorrow at home. They're hosting them. And then we get Oxley next week away, Ryan, in a game that I can't remember us winning, the away Oxley game.
Dunlop Park, where seasons go to die.
Absolute nightmare out there. So Oxley, not where they want to be on the table. Obviously drew with us here. We can expect another crucial and tough game in this league, which has just been a joy to watch this season.
Sewell clears that one. You mentioned them, so I'll just congratulate them. Yoronga on that win in the Australia Cup, Ross. Very impressive to be into, I think, round 7 of that competition after beating Caloundra.
Now one win away from the national round, Ryan, which is amazing.
I told you it was only a beach and not a football club. I believe they play a small club called Peninsula Power next, so
yeah, mate, if they win that,
an easy win for Yoronga.
Incredible.
Good luck in that one, boys, if not tomorrow at Dunlop Park. But anyway, here comes Bergen.
It's Oxley, so I'll probably see them a little bit. But away at Oxley is...
And that's full-time. Referee calls it a 4-2 win for Bardon Latrobe. 2 goals from...
we see their instant replay here on the screen. Oh, no. Okay, that's gone. All right. Yeah, so important win. Let's see how Yoronga go tomorrow, and let's push on against Oxley next week.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you for the next home game.